invite to join us this morning, and he's accompanied by his parents, so to double act or whatever.
Okay, so Vicious, mom and dad, my sister, Dickinson. It's lovely to be here. Great to see the minyan growing in so many different ways in its atmosphere, its friendliness, in the in the size of the croissants. And yeah, and it's a shame. Kane Yabu should keep on in the friendliness, the warmth, the learning, everything should go from strength to strength. This Shabbos is a very special Shabbos. We've got Shabbos Chazak. We're finishing the Sefer of Shemos. There's also HaChodesh, and that's why I'm wearing my Rosh Chodesh tie over here. And it's Shabbos Bavarachim as well. And the Shabbos HaChodesh, we actually have four special Shabboses which lead us into the festivals of. Oh, oh, what's that? Who's laughing?
Somebody's been used, I think. Let me move them.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, so the four special Shabboses, we're now at the very end. There's a special way of remembering. We got a shekel, we got zachor, we got para, and we got hachodesh for the Shabbos. So the way of remembering is, I'll give you half a shekel if you remember that the cow jumps over the moon. Yeah, that's the way of remembering. Now to that one. Yeah. It's a teaching aid, yeah. So the Hachodesh is about Hachodesh Hazeh Lachem. This Chodesh should be for you. So Chodesh is the notion of Chiddush, something new. And it's so important in our spiritual growth and development that we know we can renew ourselves the whole year. And that really is probably the most important spiritual message. That, even though we davened yesterday, and we put tefillin yesterday. It's not the same. Me davening this morning, me putting on tefillin is not the same. Uh, Breathing life into every single moment, and that's really what we see with Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Machadesh, B'tuva, Kol Yom Hashem. It renews itself the whole time. And seeing we're coming up to Pesach, and it's not going to be the same Pesach as last year. The world has changed a lot. We've changed, and it's important that we breathe Chiddush into our Seder night. And I wanted to share with you this morning. I was thinking of saying a few things. It might just be one area. I'm going to speak about Yachatz and I share some things, new things which I've learned this year. I'm a bit there's lots of hummus around, and this is my new Haggadah, so be careful not to bring it too near. This is by Rabbi Daniel Glatstein, who has actually been to Edinburgh a few times. There's so many Haggadahs. I think there's more Haggadahs, produced every year because there's nothing new under the sun, but may Allah Shemesh. The chidushim, which are contemporary and the rabbis come before us, there's so much to learn. And I just want to share with you a few chidushim here. And really, the idea being is I like everyone around this room to grab a Haggadah, find a new Haggadah, find something new to bring to the Seder night. Our Seder night should not be the same as the previous Seder night, just going for the same thing. Many people, unfortunately, throughout I've been put on the Yiddishkeit because it's just the same old same. We have to bring newness to it. And bring newness to ourselves, newness to the same night which we experience. So I want to share with you about Yachatz, the breaking of the middle matzah. So on the Seder night we have three matzahs, and it represents different things. So what do we know that the three matzahs represent? Kolev Yisrael, yeah. There is before we get onto there is a practical element to it because we actually got three sort of parts to the matzah. We got the mitzvah of mitzvah. So not you got the actual bracha hamotzi, and then we've got the bracha is ashek shamitzvah alachilas matzah, and then we also got the korach as well. So we need to have that from the practical level. We have the three matzahs. So the first one we come to is hamotzi. The middle one we actually break, and the reason why we break it is because we tell the story. We break it up, and it becomes lechem oni, the poor person's bread. We keep the small parts for the first part, and then the larger part for later on. And then we get the third part, which is the korech, which is the Hillel sandwich. So that's why we have that. It's actually interesting. Everything has to be in order. So that's maybe the first idea that we have when we have the three matzahs. It has to be in order. In fact, the Seder night is called a Seder. which means order. And I remember my daddy always asked a question on Seder night. Is that it seems ironic that we have the night the night Zaman Chayil, the time of freedom. How do we celebrate it? By we having a Seder. Seder is a very rigid order. You have to lean this way and not that way. You have to drink that amount, but not that. And we heard from the of Rabbi as well. So the amount of matzah, and we have to eat this way. We can't eat that. We can't speak. No. Everything's very, very precise order. You have to finish by a certain time and everything. So, in what way is that a night of freedom? It sounds like of extreme restriction. But as we know, and I think the idea thing is that the ultimate freedom is to bind ourselves to the Almighty and the code of law that we live, the Shulchan Aruch and the Jewish life. Because when we bind ourselves to our true mission, that's the true freedom. Our soul feels so elated, so connected. That's the idea of the night of freedom. So we've got these three matzahs. That order has to be in order. The first one is hamotzi. The middle one is we make alachilas matzah. And the third one is the koach. You mentioned about the three parts of the Jewish people. So we have Cohen, Levi, and Yisrael. Now, it's very interestingly, so according to that, we break the middle matzah, and the middle matzah represents Levi. Why Levi? When I saw this was written in Rabbi Datsin's Haggadah. Got such a chizuk from seeing it. Why Levi? Why do you break the Levi matzah? Because there's one tribe in Israel who was not subjugated in Egypt, who was not subjugated to the situation of slavery. They were there, they were Gavin, the Brisbane Besarim. There was told to Abraham. He was told that your descendants will be strangers in the land. There's two other parts. The first of all, they will be slave, and there'll be oppression. So the only tribe who did not have the last two parts was the tribe of Levites. Yeah, we've got any Levites here? Yeah, okay. I was thinking, yeah, I thought you were Levite. So the Levites were not subjugated. So therefore, what we do actually, so in order they can be part of the whole Seder night, with different ways of understanding it, we actually break them. We break the Levi, so they can be part of the Jewish people that we all went through it together. Even though Levi wasn't put under the subjugation and the oppression, however, we do break them up. That's one way of understanding. Or we break it up and we put them aside because they actually weren't there with the subjugation as we're telling the story. So that's the first idea. The second idea that is brought in the Dasi Kingdom Balei Tosfos, that's Rashi's grandchildren, in Parshas Bo. It says that the three matzahs actually represent the three forefathers, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Yeah. So if we go like that, who is the middle matzah? Yitzchak. So why is Yitzchak representing the middle matzah? So interestingly, it says as follows that Yitzchak was the one who was most Mesiras Nefesh, or literally, he put his soul in his line for himself. He was Akedat Yitzchak, and so in a way, he represents the most Mesiras Nefesh. And Yitzchak gave himself over for the Jewish people. Rabbi Glatstein brings down that the name Yitzchak in Tanakh is actually written differently in three different places. In three places, it's actually written Yitzchak with a sin, yeah, and including Tehillim. So what's the difference between the letter sin or shin is which gematria? So 300, yeah, and Yitzchak, the kuf, which the tzadi is how much? 90. A bit of mathematics for early on a Tuesday morning. So 300 minus 90 is 210. That 210 is the number of years that we were there in Egypt. Yeah. Also, if you take the name, what we do is we break the middle matzah. It's called Yachatz. If you think of the name Yachatz, it has the same letters as Yitzchak. Yeah. Same letters as Yitzchak, except for the kuf. Yeah, and actually, I just look, the gematria is fascinating. So the kuf is how much? 100, and you get yachatz is 108. So when you break it, we break the Yitzchak. So it actually gets 100 and 108, which is when you say we break in half, it's not really half. Because actually it's breaking two parts. So we take the smaller parts, which we tell the story over, and the larger parts we leave for the end. So we got the name Yitzchak represents represents the middle matzah. And furthermore, which is astounding, the name Yitzchak, which has gematria of 208, is the same gematria as Lechem Oni. Yeah, the bread of our affliction, which we tell the story. And there's two pshatim in Lechem Oni. Lechem Oni is either the bread of affliction, or it's the Lechem Oni from the word la'anot, which means to answer. The kids come with all these questions. Why is this night different from other nights? Lechem Oni, we hold up the matzah and we tell them the story of the through the matzah. Okay. Then there's there's a fascinating insight regarding Yitzchak had an amazing story for Seder night. So what's the amazing story of Yitzchak on Seder night? Is the night when he is giving blessings to his children, or he's wanting to give it to Esau. In the end, he gives it to Yaakov. Yeah. So what night was that? That was Seder night. How do you know it's Seder night? So again, you can. I'm not commissioned, but just write it up and hear the whole story. And I highly recommend reading it. Many other chidushim as well. Again, the idea is bringing chidushim to our Seder table. So it says, how do you know it was Seder night? So first of all, Rivka instructs Yaakov to prepare what meat and how many. Yeah, how many? Two. Yeah, it was two. Yeah, Shnei Gedayizim. Two. Why was that? One was for the Korban Pesach, and the one was for the Korban Chagiga, yeah, which we have in our Seder plates. We have the egg and we have the shankboat, yeah. So she prepared those two things. Furthermore, when Yaakov actually went in, she also prepared two more things. Number one, lechem. Lechem was actually not the bread; it was actually matzah, and also yayin. Also gave him wine to drink as well. And Chaim Kanievsky in the Lashon, it says Vayavei lo, that Yaakov bought for him the wine. They bought the wine to him. So Chaim Kanievsky says as follows: he's machadish this idea. Why does the Torah have to say he bought him wine? Because this goes in with tradition. On Seder night, one of the things on Seder night, we don't pour our own cup. Yeah, so Vayavei lo, that comes to teach a hint on our minhag on Seder night that we actually pour for each other. It's a nice favor. So that's, I mean, apart from the fact that it's repaying for his father, so keep it up at aim. But the fact that the Torah wants to stress of Vayavei lo yayin, that he brought in wine, that has come to teach this minhag. Furthermore, when Yitzchak bestows the blessings, what's the first thing that he blesses Yaakov, who's in front of him? What's he bless him? Say that was the nevuah that Rivka received. Yeah, in Parshat Toldos. Mital Hashemayim. Mital Hashemayim. It's very strange. Why with Jew, not Jew, but DEW. Yeah, as a Jews are strange. Why it's strange that we're blessing with Jew. Why Jew? Mital Hashemayim. What's the connection? First day Pesach, what do you pray for? Ah, very good. He's bringing lots of a Muslim that we're talking about. So again, we're trying to say that Yitzchak represents the middle matzah, and it's very much connected to the festival of Pesach. Furthermore, which is when Esau comes in, actually there was another bit. Yatsa. There was a changing over. Yaakov went out and Esau came in for the blessing. He wants to say that was, when Yaakov goes out, there's a certain point in the Seder night we say Shafoch Hamafka Alagoyim. He said that when Yaakov went out, that was him like we need to open up our doors. And so pour your wrath on the nations. That was finally against Edom, who were trying to destroy us over the years. And Esau came in. Yeah, and then furthermore, when Esau comes in, Yitzchak has to say, I can't give you anything. I can't give you. Why? Ba achicha be mirma. Your brother has come in with mirma. What is mirma? Sorry? Yes. Mirma is deceit. Yeah. The Toga Onkelos, which Rashi brings, says as follows: Ba achicha be mirma is bachochma, but with wisdom. What wisdom is that? So that wisdom is incredible chiddush. Is that Yitzchak has to explain to Esau, I literally cannot eat anything now. You brought matamim, which are beautiful delicacies, but I can't eat it. Why? Ba'achicha b'mirma. Your brothers come with mir. Why is that? Because there's a halach on Seder night. Ein maftomim achrei afikomen. We can't eat anything after the afikomen. Yeah. So your brothers come in, and halachically, I know you make beautiful things to me. I can't eat it because I've just partaken in the Korban Pesach, and we can't eat anything. So that was the mirma. And he points out that the gematria of Bemirma is 287, which is exactly afikomen. Exactly afikomen. Yeah. And this also explains, and there's maybe another chiddush, which I should not for this year, because I heard this idea many years ago. That by the chokhmah, by the wise son, we say we say to the wise son says all these ordinances, etc., etc. And we say to him, what do we say? Hilchos Pesach. What do we say to him? What halacha of Pesach we tell the wise son? We don't know how to eat anything. So again, the wise son comes along and asks, "What is all these laws and or Pesach?" And pumped, we choose one halacha. Which halacha do we choose? Ein maftim acha afi. Yeah, we don't eat anything after. Why? There's so many, as Avi said this morning. There's so many halachas about saying that. Why that? Why that halacha? Why that halacha? Why that one? So he said. Furthermore, it says ke hilchos, but he said like the laws. Why ke hilchos Pesach? And so I heard the explanation as follows: what is this mitzvah of a maftim afikomen? Do anything else? Because the taste of matzah has to be in your mouth. Meaning that the way to answer a wise person, somebody who's excited about the Yiddishkeit, is you leave them a taste in their mouth. And that's what I'm hoping to do with you this morning. Not just having the taste of what do you call it, the croissants, but the taste of Torah, the taste of excitement. We're going into the Seder night with new ideas. So that's how that for all of us. I hope we're all wise children and young ladies. We want to go in with a certain thirst that we want to grow in our Torah learning. So I just want to finish off. First of all, thank you very much for spending time together this morning, learning together. We say the Seder night is Hakol B'Seder. Hakol B'Seder. In Israel they say Hakol B'Seder. And ask in Israeli, how are you doing? Hakol B'Seder. Yeah. So on Seder, Hakol B'Seder, everything is dependent on how we do our Seder night. We need to prepare for it, not just physically, get a house ready, but also spiritually. So Mitzvah Hashem. All of us should go into the Seder night prepared with lots of ideas, be excited about this amazing night and night of Emunah, and wish everybody a Chag Kasher Sameach.
That was really great. Thank you so much. I'll say goodbye to those on Zoom. See you all again next week, hopefully.